Hello students, now I am going to explain you the program on queues, on linear queues. When I say the word queue, the very first thing that comes to our mind is the first one entering the queue will be the first one leaving the queue. Okay, so first in, first out is the principle of queue. As I start with the program, I have included few of the header files. So conio.h is not supported in code blocks, so let me just comment it. I have defined a constant max, the size of the constant is 5, and I have defined prototypes of 3 functions: insert, delete and display. So I'm going to use these 3 functions in my main function. So hence, before defining the functions insert, delete and display, I am writing the prototypes of those functions. Next, I have defined few of the global variables. Q is an array which I will be using to implement the queues. I is used as an loop control variable. F and R denotes front and rear, two pointers, or I cannot say pointers but index values, so which I will be using to insert the elements inside the queue and remove the elements from the queue. As soon as I enter the main function, so I have defined two variables, item and choice. While true, while 1 denotes true, so this is an infinite while loop. I come inside the while loop. Because it is true, 1 represents true, I enter the while loop. A menu will be displayed: 1 for insert, 2 for delete, 3 for display and 4 for exit. Enter your choice will be printed. I will enter my choice. If I want to insert, I will press 1. If I want to delete, I press 2. If I want to display, I press 3. If I want to exit from the program, I press 4. Depending upon the choice, my case will be executed from the switch statement. Case 1, so enter the item. So whatever item I want to insert inside the queue will be inserted, will be read from the keyboard and will be stored inside the variable item. Later I am calling the function insert item. So let me come to the insert function. Here I am checking if my rear end is equals to max minus 1. What is the value of max? 5. 5 minus 1 will be 4. That means when my rear index will reach the value 4, I will not be able to insert any elements inside the queue. So I display queue overflow and the flow of control will return. If that is not the case, I will increment the value of rear with the help of r is equals to r plus 1 statement. So once rear is incremented, with the help of that index value, I insert the item inside the queue. So once the item is inserted, item successfully inserted will be printed and the flow of control will come back to here. Because it is an infinite while loop, again the menu will be displayed: insert, 1 for insert, 2 for delete, 3 for display and so on. So if I choose 2, that is for delete, the delete function will be called. So in the delete function, I will check for the underflow condition. What is the underflow condition for queues? Whenever the value of front is greater than the value of rear, it is an underflow condition. If you see in the beginning, I have initialized front to 0 and rear to -1. So the value of f is 0 and r is equals to -1 when my queue is empty. So the same principle holds good. So whenever I want to check the underflow condition, I will check if my front is greater than rear. So if that is not the case, I want to remove the elements from the front end. So I am displaying it: item deleted is equals to q of f. Whatever is there in the front end, that will be displayed. Later on, I have to increment my front point. So f is equals to f plus 1 will increment the front pointer. So the flow of control again goes back. With the help of the break statement, I come out of the flow of control will come out of the switch statement, and because it is an infinite while loop, so again the menu will be displayed like 1 for insert, 2 for delete, 3 for display. Now let me choose 3 for display. So when I choose 3 for display, the display function will be executed. Now to display any elements from the queue, the elements need to be present inside the queue. If I do not have any elements inside the queue, I cannot display them. So this is checked with the help of front greater than rear condition. If my front is greater than rear, I print no elements to display and I return. If this is not the case, I enter the for loop, initialize my loop control variable I to front end, and I check until my I is less than or equals to rear. I run this loop until that condition is true. I run this loop. So after initialization, I check for the condition. If the condition is true, I enter the for loop and print q of I. What is q of I? First, whatever will be the value of front, that will be initialized to I. So q of I will be printed. Later on, I will get incremented. Check the condition I less than or equals to R, and again enter the loop if the condition is true, and goes on until that condition becomes false. I iteratively run the for loop. So after printing all the elements inside the queue, my flow of control will come here and the break statement will be executed. When I execute the break statement, it comes out of the switch statement and enters the while loop. So lastly, when I want to exit from the program, I will choose 4 for exit. So then the case 4 will be executed, where I have wrote exit 0 function. I have called exit 0 function, which makes my program to terminate. Now let me run this program. First let me build this. Okay, 1 for insert. Enter the item. 10 I am inserting. Item inserted successfully. Again I choose to insert. This time I will insert item 20. Inserted successfully. 1 to insert. 30 I am going to insert. Successfully inserted. 1. 40 I inserted. 1. 50 I inserted. Now I have inserted 5 elements. What happens when I try to insert the 6th element? It says queue overflow. Now let me display the elements from the queue. 10, 20, 30, 40 and 50. Which was the element that was first inserted inside the queue? 10 was the element that was first inserted inside the queue, so that should be the first element that has to be deleted. Now let me choose delete. So item deleted equals to 10. So 10 was removed. Again I choose to delete. 20 was deleted. Let me display now. 30, 40 and 50 are the elements. Now let me consecutively remove all the 3 elements. 30 got removed, 40 got removed, 50 got removed. Now let me again try to remove an element from the queue. See, it is showing queue underflow because there are no elements to be removed from the queue. Now what happens when I try to display? Even when I choose to display an elements, it says no elements to display. Now let me choose 4 to exit from the program. So hope you have understood the queue program, how to execute it.